When you squeeze the concealer, it's literally water. This concealer is just, it's too sweet. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Suliat. For those of you who are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe below so you never ever miss a beauty post. So if you can tell from the title of this video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about my top 5 favorite concealers to use on myself. So some of these concealers I would use in my makeup kit as well, but these are primarily the ones that I use on myself. I have 3 drugstore ones and 2 iron ones, and honestly guys, these concealers are the bomb.com. They're all like tested and trusted, literally. Like, I absolutely love them. So if you're a woman of color and you're unsure what concealer to get, you're unsure what the coverages are like, or you know what price range to go for, definitely stay tuned and watch this video, because you could find 1 or 2 concealers that might work for you. I have my L.A Girl Pro concealer, I have my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, I have my Maybelline Eraser Concealer, I also have my NYX HD Concealer, and last but not least, I have my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, which is right here in the middle. I know the video says top 5, but like, I really don't have a favorite as such, because I use them all, like, I like something different about each concealer, and I use them all kind of differently. So I'm just like, it's in no order basically. I'm just going to be picking one and telling you what I like about it, the pros and cons, how much it costs, where you can get it, and then I'll go on to the next one. So to start off guys, I'm going to be telling you guys all about my L.A Girl Pro concealer, and like, this is like the OG of concealers, you guys. These are the shades that I use. This is Fawn and this is Warm Honey. I tend to use Fawn the most, Warm Honey once in a while, but these are the 2 shades that I use in the L.A Girl Pro concealer. I absolutely love this concealer. It's very creamy. It's not too heavy on the face. I would say the coverage is like medium coverage, and you can definitely build it up like from medium to full coverage. Like, it definitely conceals, like it covers underneath the eyes. I absolutely love how creamy it is, and I also like the applicator that it comes with. So it comes with a brush applicator like this, and you just literally just pop it under the eyes, bridge your nose. Like, it's so easy to use. Basically, it's very easy to apply. What I also love about this concealer is the shade range. It has like, L.A Girl, I think there's about 16 shades, if not more, of this concealer. Like, it is amazing, literally. Like, they have so many different shades. So if you're like the lightest to the darkest person, you will find a color for you. You will literally find a color to highlight with. And then of course, it's cheap guys. Like, it's literally, in Ireland I sell these concealers for €5, but the most you pay for them is €6. Literally, you can get it between €5 and €6, which is literally nothing compared to how much you pay for like some other concealers. So sometimes when you're using this concealer and you literally squeeze it, like, I remember there was one I had in particular, I was squeezing and squeezing, and it was just like water gushing out. And like, I've had clients as well get 1 or 2 from me, and they're like, are you sure there's concealer in this thing? It's just water coming out. I'm like, I'm sure there is. You just have to squeeze hard enough. So it is water based, so like sometimes you do get like a lot of water sprouting out from it, so you have to be very careful when blending. Aside that, that's literally the only con. That is literally the only con, which is like nothing. Like, I love this concealer, my go-to concealer. Like, always use it on my clients, always use it on myself. Like, it's just amazing. So up next is my Maybelline Anti-Age Instant Eye Eraser Concealer. Guys, this concealer is, oh my gosh, it is the bomb.com. I absolutely love it. So this is the 2 shades that I use the shades Tan and Caramel. So the name of this concealer is Anti-Age Eraser guys, and that is exactly what it does. Like, it conceals. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. When you use it under the eye especially, like, it just gives you like, it's like it wakes you up. The time I love using this concealer the most is if I've not slept well, or if I have eye bags, or if my eyes just look tired and you want to take that tiredness away from your eyes. This is the concealer to go to. I would describe the coverage as light to medium coverage. You can definitely build it up, but it is very lightweight, extremely very creamy, very like, it'd be more not as creamy as the L.A Girl, but like more kind of like, it's like a liquidy creamy. The shade range is not as, you know, broad as the L.A Girl one, but you can definitely find your shade in it. Like, I'd say it's average. If you're really dark, you might not be able to find something for you, but Like for most people anyway, you'd be able to find a shade for yourself. One thing that I don't like about this concealer is the applicator, right? So it has this like foamy applicator, and basically you twist, and the concealer comes out from this foamy thing. I don't know, I just feel, and this is one of the reasons why I actually don't have it on my kits, I just feel like it's not very hygienic, and also you're wasting a lot of products because like a lot of the concealer actually stays in this foamy thing here. Another thing that I don't like is you have, even though this concealer is light to medium coverage, you have to be light-handed with it. Maybe because it's an eye eraser concealer, like it stays on the skin. So if you're heavy-handed with it, like when you put it at first, you'll be tempted to like put loads because you'll be like, you know, I need more because it's quite liquidy, you know, it's creamy. But like if you put too much, it's like a mask basically. It masks, you know, dark circles and stuff. So you will end up looking like you've masked under your eyes. So this concealer is 12 euros, guys, 11.99. So you get it for 12 euros in Ireland, and you can get it from Boots. I'm gonna have like the price of the concealers and the links to where you can get them all down below. So these two that I have were 24 euros, which is actually not bad. Number 3, guys, is my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NC45. Guys, OMG, this concealer is OG of all concealer, man. This concealer is amazing. The name says Pro Longwear, and that's exactly what it does. It stays. It's a Pro Longwear concealer. So this concealer I use a lot in my kit, and I tend to use it primarily when I have celebrants or brides, basically people that I know are going to have their makeup on for a long period of time. Like, it does not move. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. It stays. Like, you know the way sometimes you blend concealer and you see that, you know, maybe some parts are a bit patchy, or like, no, it stays where you put it. If you need your concealer to last really long, this is the concealer to go for. So yeah, guys, I absolutely love this concealer. The shade range as well is good. It's from MAC, so like literally from light to dark, you'll find something for you. The only thing that I don't like about this concealer is that it dries really fast. OMG. I don't know, maybe because it's Pro Longwear, like you literally, it's not the type of concealer that you can put on and be looking for your, you know, for your sponge. Like when you put it on, you blend, right? So that is the only thing that I don't like about this concealer, is that it dries really fast, and because it's Pro Longwear, it stays where you put it, so it doesn't move. So like if you don't blend fast enough, it becomes literally like really hard to blend it into place. So guys, up next is my NYX HD Studio Photogenic Concealer. OMG, like you guys would have seen me, if you've watched any of my old videos, you'd have seen me rave about this concealer being like a dupe to the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, which is coming up next. Guys, this concealer as well, like I don't know, it's kind of weird because I feel like they all do what the name says. This concealer is amazing. Whenever I use it, it just gives a really like natural look. That's the word. And see the way it says Studio Photogenic, like it's a type of concealer that you use, and no matter what you kind of use to bake under your eyes, you don't get like crazy flashbacks, or you don't get that like, you know, I've used too much concealer, or you know, I've concealed a lot under my eyes. Also, the shade range could be broader, but it's not too bad. You should, like, if you're medium to light skinned, you know, even a bit of dark skinned woman, you should be able to find a color to, you know, highlight with. But guys, this concealer literally does what it says. It is a Studio Photogenic concealer. Literally, like, I just find that whenever I use it, like, my under eye doesn't look, I don't know how to describe it. You know, sometimes when you highlight and you just feel like it's too bright or too out there. Not with this. It's the second cheapest I think I have. Just make sure you check below in the description box so you'll see the exact amount. It's either 8 or 9 euros, and guys, for the price that you pay for this concealer, no, it's amazing. And also guys, sorry, I forgot to mention the shades that I use. So I use the shade Nutmeg and Tan. So this is Nutmeg Hair and this is Tan. I would use primarily Nutmeg, which is the darker color, and then just for under my eyes, just to make it a tad bit brighter, I use a bit of Tan. And this is probably my second or third time buying this as well, because I'm the type of person that when I run out on concealer, like in order for me to repurchase, and all these concealers that I'm mentioning, guys, I have literally repurchased. So in order for me to actually buy something again, it has to leave like an amazing impression. If I use it and I like it and I don't feel like it's all that, I'm not going to rebuy it when when I run out. But every single concealer I'm mentioning today, I've literally had to repurchase them when I run out. That's how good they are. So yeah. So guys, last but not least, you know what they say, save the best for the last. Okay, I'm only joking because I actually absolutely love this concealer. It's my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. Wow woo. Like wow woo. Guys, this concealer is just, it's too sweet. Like, it's a radiant, it's creamy like the name says. Like, I don't know what, like, NARS got it right with this concealer. They got it right with this concealer. So if you guys remember, this NYX one that I mentioned before, I always say is a dupe for this NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I think one thing they have in common is how well the blend. So I use AMANDE, which is this shade here. It's a slightly darker color, and I use a bit of AMANDE on top, just under my eyes, to brighten things up. So I tend to do that with a lot of my concealers, as you guys would have probably copped on at this stage, where I use my perfect shade, and then just for right underneath the eyes, I use a slightly lighter one just to get like a more vibrant effect. So of the 5 concealers that I mentioned today, guys, the ones that I have in my kit is the L.A Girl Pro Concealer, the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and this NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. Is this 3 I have in my kit as well, because they're just that good. They are so good. I love using this on brides. I literally love every single thing. Like, there's nothing not to like about it. Like, now, the only thing that you might not like about it is it's a bit pricey. It's 30 euros for one. Like, these 2 were 60 euros. It's tiny and it's expensive. So there isn't a lot of products inside it, and it's 30 euros. Like, 30 euros for one concealer. And if you're like me, where you know, mix your concealer, you know, you have to mix it, find your perfect shade, you're talking 60 euros just to, you know, conceal. Because in as much as I love this concealer, it's not something that you're just going to be applying every day because of how much you pay for it, of course. So guys, we have come to the end of my concealer rant video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've had a lot of people ask me to do like a video, you know, sharing, you know, my favorite concealers or my favorite blushes or favorite foundations to use on women of color. And these concealers, like every single concealer that I've mentioned today, L.A Girl, Maybelline, NYX, NARS, you know, MAC, they are all amazing. Don't forget the usual. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. If you're new to my channel, hit that notification bell, hit that subscribe button so you never ever miss an amazing beauty video or even just a lifestyle video. I hope you all enjoy this, you know, concealer review one more time. Leave your thoughts below. Let me know if there's any concealer that I mentioned today that you actually go out to get or you're thinking of trying. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, do let me know. Leave your comments down below. Thank you all so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.